So I had spent the ages of 19 to 24 at Techeetah Correctional Facility back in 2003. What I can say, and I really want to highlight the discussion, I think, of women. Techeetah is divided by many different units. There's the dorms, which is the barracks. They have an ATR AODA program in a building called Adams that needs to be condemned and is not safe for safety reasons. There's also buildings as far as Monarch, the medium unit, the Max building, and Harris that houses elderly. And then, of course, they have the new infirmary there. What makes this so significant, I think, to a lot of these women is there's a lot of women here that live in different buildings. So you may have some women at this facility that are locked down 23 hours a day with a roommate that has the cell that is the width of your bathroom. So I, at some point, would like all of you to go into your bathroom and imagine living in that tiny space with somebody you live with at home for 23 hours a day. And while you're in that space, I want you to think about whether it has to be your meals being brought to you, your canteen items, everything that has to be brought to you is brought to you by other people. And that's where the scare comes in with a lot of different women. At the same time, the women that live in open dorm settings house a lot of women together, and that the bunk spaces are very, very close together. So again, it creates that the high danger area for the women catching this. In my experience of knowing that there's no medical that exists in our prison system currently, you're at the expense of a correctional officer. And so the correctional officer is the go-to person if you need to talk to a medical person that's a nurse practitioner, a CNA. And many times they often say, no, maybe you're okay, or no, you have to go drink water, or no, why don't you just go lay down? And in that, I experienced seeing a woman who was having chest pain, and the officer had told her to go lay down in her cell, and later she died. So I know firsthand in that experience of seeing how medical is, and being when I was incarcerated, it was a means of survival, because we knew that if we didn't take care of each other in that facility, nobody else really was. And so I can only imagine in the sense of that same scenario, but here, where that leaves women. And a lot of these women think of their children, if they're going to see their children again, if they're safe. But, with these women, they're susceptible to a lot of male officers. And unfortunately, and I'm just going to say it, Black women are hit the worst at that facility.